Welcome back to the channel, everyone. It's the Eradicator, and this is the 6th and penultimate part of our TIE Fighter Total Conversion playthrough. Arms race, there you go, that's what it's called, arms race. And so things are going to get a little bit more interesting, apparently, because, well, the rebels are going to get more arms, and so is the Empire.
And
as
having already seen action against enemy forces, Admiral Zarin's team have begun focusing on designing a radically new TIE design that will eclipse even the TIE Advanced in its abilities.
Wonderful.
12 prototypes of this newest design, designated the TIE Defender, will be taken to the Emperor on Coruscant for his personal evaluation. Your task will be to patrol the area around Zarin's main R&D facility while the prototypes are loaded onto the escort carrier Hindenburg. Though the facility is heavily armed, we can never be too careful given recent events with Admiral Harkov and the continuing threat of terrorism from the rebels. You will fly a TIE Advanced designated Alpha 1 with 3 wingmen and armed with advanced concussion missiles. Hopefully, the transfer operation will go smoothly, but stay alert for any suspicious
Does it ever? It never goes smoothly.
After the enormous success of the TIE Advance project, Admiral Zarin has already been designing a new starfighter designated as the TIE Defender.
I've always liked the TIE Defender.
Lord Vader
it's
has
really
directed
too bad
Admiral
that
Zarin
in Star Wars
to send
Rebels
a
they
full
didn't decide
prototype
to
squadron
follow
of these
what
new
was done in
ships
TIE
to
Fighter.
the Emperor. These new craft show awesome potential that would eclipse even the TIE Advanced and are to be protected at all costs.
Quad primary lasers, dual secondary lasers. It
The
is a little bit
prototypes are
OP.
to be loaded onto the escort carrier Hindenburg, which will then take them to Coruscant. Your job will be to patrol the area to ensure that they are loaded safely onto the carrier.
We shall do that.
After the enormous success of the TIE
Alright,
Advance
well,
project,
let's go to the hangar then, and hopefully we'll pray for the best that nothing is going to happen, but we know that it will, right? So, I would not be flying one of those TIE Defenders, unfortunately. Still a TIE Advance, a fine craft for sure. Now, what I was saying is, you know, in Star Wars Rebels, when they introduced a TIE Defender to the Disney canon, it's actually Admiral Thrawn who is in charge of the project. I wish that they had kept the whole Zarin thing, and of course what will happen later in Battle 7. But, well, you know, they decided to make their own stories, right? Alright, anyway, interesting to see that little astromech droid. It's even going as I'm leaving away. Very cute. Yes, sir. I will do that by myself.
The TIE Defender prototypes must be safely loaded onto the escort carrier Hindenburg.
Oh, there it is, right here. I've always liked those classic old, you know, Legends escort carrier from the Empire, which in the old X-Wing games the Rebels used as well. Now, of course, these have been changed with the Quasar carrier, which has been put here in this TIE Fighter Total Conversion, by the way.
Alpha 1, the prototypes are launching now.
You know, I think that as much as I loved this reimagined version of TIE Fighter, we also need a reimagined version of X-Wing Alliance, I think, with updated crafts and more ships to make some of the battles a little bit more epic or more realistic compared to today's canons. That could be also a good project, I think. With this whole X-Wing Alliance upgrade, this game has been so enjoyable to play, you know, with modern, decent graphics. I mean, probably not as good. Sometimes it's even better than Squadrons, right? And at the same time, you know, how good can it get at some point? It can't get more realistic than realistic. So, looks like we got some X-Wings here coming in. The Rebels are having a desperate attempt here at disrupting our operations. Well,
Just went offline. The rebels have somehow disabled all our perimeter defenses, launching all reserve fighters.
all of our perimeter defenses have been disabled. Well, it definitely seems like there is indeed a traitor amongst our ranks once more. Or could it be?
Whoa!
Could it be those who were in league with Admiral Harkov? He's dead, but his fleet is still out there.
Got him. Hey, one! Attacking craft dead ahead.
Okay, these guys here are attacking me.
Hey, one! Watch out. This is 2.
Gonna have to shoot here. I'm afraid that I shot my own miss. No, I did not do that. Well, things are getting a little bit hot. Jeez, how many missiles did I take here?
One less gun to worry about.
Some of my wingmates here are very fired up. Alright, let's take on the Teal Squadron then. Another new name for a rebel squadron for sure. Very original.
Order acknowledged. Your target for attack. Another bandit down.
Still got a lock again on me. Yeah, Teal 10 here. There's something to lock on. There we go. So, will I be able to escape those missiles? Not yet. Yes, yes. Looks like I have been able to dodge the missiles. Good. Ah, they're coming back. Damn it. Luckily, I had a chaff, so it did hit the ship, but the chaffs were able to take all the damage, so I definitely have. How many of those missiles they have? I keep being targeted. There are plenty of other ships. Why me? Maybe that's because I'm Alpha. Ooh, I'm Alpha 1. Almost destroyed, or at least I almost hit my fellow TIE advance. Yeah, look at all those Y-Wings! That is a massive attack of bomber here. How many Y-Wings were there? Like the entire squadron all attacking together. That was crazy. Jeez, I only have 3%. My ship is also damaged now. I am in dire straits for sure. Trying to transfer some of the power of my cannons to my shields to get a little bit of extra security here. Jeez, if I survive this, this is going to be really insane. Yellow Squadron as well. That is a big Rebel Starfighter attack here that we're having to deal with. Several squadrons attacking the facility all together. They really don't want us to finish our TIE defenders for sure. They must have had some kind of intel, but at least that makes for an interesting fight. There we go. Seems like we've destroyed most of them. I've got 6 more Y-Wings here coming in from hyperspace, but looks like most of the Imperial forces here are still alive, which is very easy for us to completely decimate some of those rebel incursions here. What are we looking at here? Are we looking at space bombs? These look much slower than concussion missiles, or maybe rockets, which are heavier versions of proton torpedoes actually. There's several types of weapons when you're firing those bombers here. Of course, you have the proton torpedoes, but you also have the rockets and the space bombs, which are even slower, but even deadlier too. So given how slow they were going, I think that these were actually the rockets, which would make sense because the research facility is pretty tough, has a really strong hull here, and the proton torpedoes would not do, so you would have heavier warheads in this case. Damn it, it's the Hindenburg that they are targeting the carrier. Of course, that makes sense. Normally 2 missiles here. There we go. 2 missiles were enough to... Oh my gosh, we're having to deal with B-Wings this time. Now these ships much heavily, and look at that. Of course, sending in all the proton torpedoes against our carrier. Let's try to target the other B-Wing here. Oh! I was... Did you see that? I was able to dumbfire 2 missiles straight into that B-Wing. Well done, Eradicator. There we go. Boom. That's why they call me Eradicator. Look at that! My shields are back to... Wow. My shields are back to 100%. Looks like this was the last of them. I can't believe I survived that one.
Perimeter defenses restored to full power.
What an action-packed mission, guys. It looks like we were able to save the day once more. The prototypes are leaving the station and going into the escort carrier. So we'll just be following those TIE defenders of Prototype Squadron. Prototype 11. I like the name, Prototype. If I had been flying those TIE defenders, you will be flying TIE Defender Prototype. What? How did we lose a gun platform? That was really weird. Must have been a bug or something. Here you go. Those TIE defenders here are going into the escort carrier. This ship is looking very utilitarian. Because it is. It is just there to launch fighters, that's all. And that's all! There we go! And a victory!
Good job, Alpha One. You've beaten back the rebel attack and ensured the safety of the new TIE Defender prototypes.
Well, we're going to end the mission right here and go to the next one. I have indeed managed to do all of that. Looks like they haven't finished here. The floor of the station. Yeah, the shadows look a little bit off.
Countermeasures have been lifted.
Oh well, not everything can be a winner, right?
Impressive work. You successfully intercepted a rebel raid on Zaren's research facility. What is most concerning to us is just how they were able to bypass and disable the perimeter defenses of the facility, and how the rebels learned of this top secret base in the first place. We must remain ever vigilant in the face of this ongoing terrorism.
Terrorism is unacceptable. If they want to express their views, they should use all democratic means.
Sir, check this.
They should have some resolutions passed in the Senate. Oh no, it was dissolved. Oh well. Ah, a beautiful Imperial flag. For my first combat in the TIE, I guess it's the TIE Defender. And here, an inoperable security droid. Well, I'll still keep it as a souvenir. Oh, my room is looking pretty good. I like my room here and my Imperial Star Destroyer. Yes, the TIE Fighter design as it works since prior to the Battle of Yavin. Ah, it's new TIE Defender. Okay, good. So a little bit of info about the TIE Defender, but enough of that. It's time for the next mission.
Admiral Zarin's thirst for new technologies for the Empire continues. In addition to the new TIE Defender project, he has also been developing beam weapon technology for use on starfighters such as tractor or jamming beams.
Nice.
The tactical advantages of such technologies are obvious. Zarin has arranged for a large convoy of supplies and equipment from the Sluisvan shipyards to be delivered to his base to continue this research and development. You have been assigned to help escort this convoy to Zarin's base safely. Given the rebels' recent attack on his base and their disabling of its perimeter defenses, we can expect that they may try to intercept this convoy en route to the base. You will again be flying a TIE Advanced Fighter designated Alpha 1 with 3 wingmen armed with advanced concussion missiles. There will also be 2 heavy frigates in the fleet, providing heavy firepower and their own complement of regular TIEs to support you. The rebels appear to be using some form of new warhead technology that we are still trying to analyze. Should any attack occur, be sure to prioritize any incoming torpedo attacks if our frigate's defenses are disabled.
The Emperor is most disturbed by the security breach at Zarin's research facility. You must try to gather evidence where you can on who may be responsible for this, as we suspect once again that someone within the Imperial Navy gave the rebels the necessary codes to disable the perimeter defenses of Zarin space. Inspect the contents of the convoy when you get a chance.
Ah, more inspection, alright.
Admiral
It's
Zarin
basically
has
everything I'm
organized a
doing for the
large
Secret Order.
convoy
Inspection,
to supply
inspection,
his base
inspection
with
all the time.
materials for his new beam weapon project, as well as bringing more resources to continue the TIE Defender project. You will be part of a task force that will escort this convoy safely to the base. There will be a midpoint in your journey where the convoy will be at its most vulnerable. We are concerned that the rebels have inside information about our activities in this area and may attempt to intercept the convoy. Should any attack occur, join with all other TIE squadrons to take down as many of the attacking craft as you can. At least half the convoy must successfully arrive at Zarin's base to meet his minimum requirements. Admiral Zarin has organized a large convoy.
Well, half the convoy, that should be feasible. Here we go. Flying another time. Wow, that is a big convoy indeed. Look at all those ships around.
Convoy Alpha Gamma 62, ready and standing by.
That is a lot of cargo ships and Stargalians and heavy duty lifters,
Convoy Alpha Gamma 62.
modular convoyers.
You have clearance to leave orbit. Roger that. Preparing to jump to hyperspace.
Very cool little dialogue and voices. Look at that great backdrop here as we're fighting above that planet, looking wonderful. Alright, jumping into midpoint. And this is it. If we are to be attacked, that's where it's going to be.
Ships have arrived safely at the midpoint.
Gonna have to inspect the convoy as well.
Good work inspecting the convoy. Admiral Zarin appears to be shipping large amounts of munitions and supplies. This is somewhat beyond his initial requested manifest. We may need to investigate further.
Could Admiral Zarin betray the Empire too? Was Harkov just a pawn of Admiral Zarin's possible machinations?
Coming from 2 directions.
There we go. 2 different directions. Well, that is going to make things interesting. Those rebel crafts are going to have a lot of targets here to destroy. We're going to have to make sure that half of those targets make it. I still need to inspect. No, I've done my inspection actually. So where are those rebel crafts? Okay, it seems like they are dead ahead. There we go, some X-Wings there.
X1, attacking craft, dead ahead. Visit 4, using your target for attack.
A few concussion missiles here are going to maybe do the job. Yes, 2 of them. That is a lot of crafts again. Oh! I eradicated. Did you see that? At point blank range. I love to do that. I love to do that. Those NPCs didn't see it coming here. Look at that massive battle here. Again, a lot of different. This is such a masterpiece of work. I love what they did here. Sending a few other missiles here. Yes, it is a great shot indeed.
Another wave of rebels. Y-Wing sends several gunships. Alpha Group, try to take those gunships down first.
Okay, we'll be looking for the gunships then. Oh, these ships are going to be quite heavy indeed. All right. Oh. Where are those? Oh, looks like I saw one. Aha, missed. There it is. Jacksaw 3. Where are those ships? Wow, they... Oh my gosh. These ships are those from Star Wars Galaxies. I don't know if you guys remember those. These were like the gunships from Star Wars Galaxies. They put it in X-Wing Alliance. That is brilliant. Wow. I like that. That's going to make my friend Anak really happy here. He loves Star Wars Galaxies. He'll be very happy to see that little reference here for sure. Defenses here taken care of. Oh well, I've already been taken care of. A couple of those Y-Wings here are really not lasting that much. Tasting the full power of the Imperial Armada. Oh man. Well, it's not my fault if those TIE fighters are at the wrong place at the wrong time. They're also quite fragile too. Luckily, I'm not going to be court-martialed for that. It's fine. These were necessary losses. Alright, well, it seems like all enemy crafts have been eradicated. How many did we lose here? We lost only 17% of the convoy. That is acceptable. It's definitely far less than the minimum or maximum of 50%, so we are all good. We are all good, and looks like the regular TIEs are entering back the hangar. Seems like no one is getting left aside. Oh, look at that, there are some assault transports as well. What are they doing here? I didn't know they were part of the mission too. Oh, those backdrops here are so beautiful. Again, huge kudos to the Exxon Alliance upgrade team. This really makes me want to try making my own campaign, or at least my own missions. I'll try to do a reimagined version of Exxon Alliance first. I told to Angel, the lead developer of this mod, he said he's been using Allied, which is like the old program that we used to create missions in Exxon Alliance. He'd been, I mean, even back in the early 2000s, when Exxon Alliance was still a game that people were playing, still a popular game, people were already using Allied as an editor. So I'll probably download that program and see what I can do myself with Exxon Alliance upgrade, and maybe modify a couple of missions to update them with modern assets. That could be a good idea. But I am so excited, so pleased with what they've been doing. Just gorgeous. Drinking a little coffee here as the fleet. No, we don't want to activate the tractor beam. When are they entering hyperspace? Looks like soon here. The facility is not too far. Again, we don't need to wait for the entire convoy to enter hyperspace. Just half of it will do. So when about 50% has reached Zaren's base, then I will be jumping into hyperspace as well. So, look at those new ecliptic frigates here. I'm not so sure. Are they from Star Wars Rebels? I don't really remember where we saw those frigates. It's definitely not from the original. I mean, the Lucas Star Wars. I think that these are from Disney Star Wars, but I can't remember from which material those frigates are from. Oh well, it's not really important. Going around those Star Galleons. The Star Galleons were definitely in the Thrawn trilogy, and I think that we also saw them in Dark Empire 2. Ah, looks like some of the cargo ships have entered hyperspace. Yes, look at them. Now, these ships are really slow. That's the least that we can say about them. Just waiting for some more to go into hyperspace. Looks like most of the convoy is indeed jumping. Well, I guess, yeah, it's my turn now. Boom. And here we go, another victory. I love the looks of that planet, by the way.
Took some losses, but those losses were acceptable. Alpha 1, dock your craft with the research facility.
Yes, sir. Well, we took some losses. We basically brought home 83% of the convoy. That is more than acceptable for sure. Very acceptable indeed. I've got Zaren's fleet here with some Aquitans, modified frigates, a strike cruiser as well. Nice little fleet indeed. I like how creepy that research and development facility looks. It's a model that was used in the original Exxon Alliance. Redone here, obviously, to look more like, again, the kind of crafts that you would see in Star Wars Rebels. I can never find the entrance, so we just we just end it like this. I just never know where it is. That hangar is so hard to find. Oh, did you notice that some of the Stormtrooper transports actually have paint on them? That's interesting. Oh, a cutscene.
Welcome to the Inner Circle.
Yes, I'm a special member of the Secret Order now. The Inner Circle. It's not Chris Jericho's Inner Circle. This one is more respectable. What a tattoo! I even have my...
Well
it even
done.
has some impact
As
on my
expected,
veins.
the rebels intercepted the convoy and attempted to destroy it. Thanks to your efforts, their attack was thwarted with only minor losses. However, they are continuing to employ this new warhead technology that bypasses a ship's shields and temporarily disables its weapon systems, leaving it defenseless. This represents a grave threat to our forces in the future. With the rebels' guerrilla-style hit-and-run tactics, this new technology would be extremely effective for them, even hitting targets they would normally avoid due to heavy defenses. We have directed our intelligence division to find the source of this new weapon as a top priority.
Admiral Zarin's convoy
Yeah, these are
is
the
carrying an
Magpulse.
unusually high amount of regular arms and equipment, alongside the new beam weapon technology and the TIE Defender materials. Why he needs such quantities of munitions and supplies is puzzling, and the Emperor will be sure to have questions for him.
Will he? Well, guess we'll see about it. Ah! Cutscene again.
We have finished our analysis of Admiral Zarin's new TIE fighter. It outperforms the new TIE Advanced.
Excellent. The Admiral is fortunate it did not fall into rebel hands. Why was security so careless?
Admiral Zarin suspects a rebel spy has infiltrated his research facility. He is investigating the matter. He reports that the rebels have a new weapon technology.
Keep me informed. The rebels must not gain any advantage.
The Empress is so laid back. It's like, yeah, just keep me informed. Just turns around like that. Alright, some messages that we are of course going to check. Because that's what we do in this game. Look at that, I've destroyed so many Y-Wings here. It's my specialty. Captain Finlay, your exploits have not gone unnoticed. Of course they haven't. This one is from a commander of the ISD-2 Redoubtable. Sounds like a very frightening name that the rebels would be afraid of course. Well, considering you are no longer in my chain of command, if you ever pass through my system, get a tour of the ship. Yeah, sure, why not? Like how those Imperial officers are friendly to me. The best pilot in the Imperial Armada. So, what are we going to do this time?
Intelligence has provided us a lead regarding this new weapon the rebels are employing.
A
Dubbed
punitive
the
raid.
Magnetic Pulse Warhead, or MagPulse, we have learned the Galactic Electronics Corporation has been responsible for designing, manufacturing, and selling this new technology to the rebels. They must be made an example of for trading
Unacceptable.
with terrorists.
Yes, they
Furthermore,
should.
Admiral Zarin has taken a great interest in this new technology and wants to learn its secrets for use in the Imperial Navy. As such, your primary objective will be to capture the main GEC facilities where the warhead has been developed and manufactured. Once under our control, we can interrogate its board members and scientists for more information about the MagPulse and their dealings with the rebels. You will be flying an assault gunboat designated Tower 1 and will join our assault transports in engaging any enemy capital ships and then disabling the GEC facilities. You will be escorted by a squadron of TIE Advanced Starfighters and the Ecliptic Star Frigate Inferno's own TIE complement. GEC are not known to possess any significant forces to oppose us, but we must expect potential rebel involvement.
Be alert for any craft attempting
Of course,
to flee
if
the
you are dealing with
facility.
the rebels.
We must capture as much of the GEC personnel as possible so we can learn everything we can about the mag pulse technology. Also, be on the lookout for any opportunities to spot more rebels to capture and interrogate.
The Rebels'
Alright,
new
well,
mag pulse technology
looks like
is
we'll
being
be
developed
disabling
and
some
sold by
ships.
Galactic Electronics in the corporate sector. Secretly developing new weapons is bad enough. Selling them to enemies of the Empire is treason. The traitor's deep space research and manufacturing facility is to be seized, stripped of all new technology, and its board members arrested. The Ecliptic-class star frigate Inferno
It's gonna be
will
a
lead
bad
the
day
attack,
for them.
supported by Assault Transport Omega, Assault Gunboat Tau, and TIE Advance Group Delta. Start with eliminating any opposition that may be present before disabling the facilities. Once disabled, Assault Transport Omega will begin boarding operations, and their stormtroopers will begin the seizure of the facilities and taking prisoners. When the area has been fully secured, the Imperial II-class Star Destroyer Glory will arrive with several cargo ferries to offload assets and collect their existing stores of the warhead. The Rebels' new mag pulse technology is being developed in
Alright, well, let's get in a ship. I like how the Imperial Star Destroyers are always coming at the end when we need them during the mission. That doesn't make any sense. They should be here since the start. They always let the others do the dirty job. Why is... Oh, okay, there's actually some space for the wing on top. Alright. That makes sense. Alright, well, let's go. We're leaving here from the Glory itself.
All ships get in formation.
Wow, so
Rev out to
cool as
jump.
we're leaving straight from the hangar of an Imperial Star Destroyer. Sure, we are going to get information right now. As we follow the rest of the squadron. This is looking so epic. All the time, I'm never getting bored of this. I would say that little hyperspace animation could still need some work. Oh, what a beautiful gas giant here. With so many colors. Well, well, it is pay time. Looks like they do have indeed some X-Wings here with them.
We have to take it down before we capture the facilities. TIE Advance Group Delta provide cover for the gunboats and the assault transport.
And they have a carrier, they have some corvettes as well. See, that's what I was talking about in previous missions, the Quasar type carrier. Last. It's going to be difficult to avoid those missiles. There I go, of course. At least they're not firing mag balls at me, so that's good. Oh, they've lost already a corvette. Well, that was quick. I think that there's another corvette that went down. Look at all that fire here going at those corvettes. They are not lasting for that long. So we have to defeat the GEC forces, destroy the rebel starships, to disable any fleeing craft as well, and capture the industrial complex. That is the Quasar carrier. Oh, I only have concussion missiles. That's not going to help so much. I suppose if I dumbfire a couple of them, it should be okay. I was able to hit the medium transport there. Here's a little X-Wing here. Yeah, I can tell. I think that X-Wing here crashed into my ship. It did not last that long. Another bandit down. There's like a couple of Z-95s are here as well. Ah, they got some B-Wings. No. These should be our top priority.
Got him.
See, the assault transports are formidable ships as well. They have tough armor, they have turrets, they have iron cannons as well. Which are going to be very effective at disabling the stations, for example.
Flash them.
carrier has
Corvette
bombed
down. There we go. That's Z95 disabled. Where's the carrier? Oh, here it is. Oh, I think that it is going to go down. There we go. It's called the Freedom, and it has been destroyed.
The rebel carrier has been destroyed.
Ah.
Shuttle carrier.
Yeah, I saw a Lambda shuttle. They are trying to flee.
Get away.
This is 3. I'm heavily damaged.
All Z95s have been eliminated.
Report on primary target. Their shields are out.
Great.
They have been disabled. They're disabled.
There's a YT-1300 as well. Ah, I'm still jammed here. Gonna have to take care of the YT-1300 too. Those shuttles are so hard to shoot at from far away.
Report on primary target. Their shields are out.
Yeah, I know, but I've got to disable that. This one's not disabled yet. Just have a couple of shields left.
Oh no, we've lost 4. Report on
What?
primary target. They have been disabled.
We've had it. Zarin
What?
was emphatic about capturing everyone. We have to explain to them. Hyperspace home immediately.
Hey, one, keep your distance.
How? Well, I know how. This is actually one of those missions that need to be fixed, and that was fixed in the patch that was released after I finished the playthrough. So basically, Angel, the lead developer of the project, did understand that the Imperials were a little bit too trigger happy and destroyed the facilities. So yeah, looks like I will have no choice here.
Hey, one, keep your distance.
Just can I destroy this?
Report on primary target.
Just capture for sure. Just because it's a YT-1300. Just for the pleasure. Oh, it is even hyperspace.
Watch for the enemy
Well,
Y-wings and
anyway, it's a
B-wings
complete failure.
attacking
But
the
anyway,
Star Frigate Inferno.
I'm going
Their
to
combined mag pulse
I'm
and
going to
torpedo
skip the
attacks
mission here
leave it
because the
especially
Imperials are
vulnerable.
going to destroy the station anyway, so I can't win it here. So it's one of those cases where I don't like to do that, but if I want to progress, I have no choice. We'll pretend that there was a victory. Have I been promoted? It looks like my uniform has changed a little bit as well. TIE Defender. You've been selected to receive advanced combat training in the TIE Defender. Nice. All of the required scenarios should be available. Maybe another day.
After your success at capturing the GEC base, we have now completed loading all related materials and supplies of the mag pulse weapon technology to our cargo ferries, and will take them back to Admiral Zarin's research base. Their board members and technicians have already revealed much useful information. You will escort our cargo ferries back to their research base and ensure their safe arrival. After this, you will set a course for the Omar system, where our main TIE Advanced factories are located. Here your craft will be retrofitted with the new tractor beam weapon system, developed by Admiral Zarin's research team. Alongside you will be a squadron of newly completed TIE Defenders, which are also transferring to this sector for further upgrades and final testing. You will be flying the TIE Advanced designated Delta 1 along with 7 wingmen. As we have decisively destroyed the rebels' ability to operate in this sector, no opposition is expected, so this should be a nice, quiet escort mission for you. That said, always stay alert for the unexpected,
Sure.
and stand by for any further orders in flight. We have loaded the supplies and
well,
materials
that's
of the Mag Pulse project
Excellent
onto our
name,
cargo
Interlude.
ferries,
That's exactly
now
what's gonna
ready
be.
to transport them back to Admiral Zarin's research base. You will jump back with the cargo ferries to ensure their safe arrival. Once completed, you will then have new orders to proceed to the Omar system. This is the primary manufacturing base of the TIE Advanced Starfighter. Admiral Zarin has completed work on a new tractor beam weapon system that can be fitted on the TIE Advanced and also the TIE Defender. Your squadron needs to be retroactively fitted with this new technology. As such, you will also be flying to Omar along with a squadron of newly produced TIE Defenders, where they will also receive the upgrade. Once you arrive at Omar, simply dock at the main research facility, Omar Prime. With the rebels defeated, there should be no opposition along your journey, though there is still at least one midpoint jump you will have to go through. As always, remain alert for any potential threats.
We will try our best. Well, I can't wait to be leaving this research facility. I want to have some full-on battles here, which has not really been the case here. Alright, well, here we go. Let's jump.
We're initiating our jump. See you on the other side.
I love the voice acting. Such great attention to detail there. Okay, here we go.
Thanks for the escort, Delta 1.
So that's pretty much it here. Hyper from GC base. We're already there. That's where we were. There should be a new hyper buoy. So the defense platform here. Oh, the TIE defenders are going to come out of their hangars. Yeah, we need to wait for them.
Defender Group Kappa is now launching. Once they form up, proceed on your way to the Omar system.
Roger that.
Can't wait to try out this new beam tech, eh, Delta 1? I heard it even stops A-Wings in their tracks.
Well, I'm going to be using that beam to go a little bit faster, if you see what I mean. I'll be transferring all of its power to my engines, unless, of course, I can really stop them from going anywhere. That indeed could be very useful. Those A-Wings are very pesky indeed. I certainly hope one day I'll be flying one of those TIE Defenders. Okay, midpoint activated there. Oh, it's right in front of us. Here we go.
Mayday, Mayday, this is the cruiser Felix. We've been disabled and boarded by pirates. Requesting immediate assistance.
What? Imperial ships have been disabled and boarded by pirates?
Disengage immediately or be destroyed. No response. TIE Advance Group Delta
Doesn't
and
seem
TIE
to be
Defender
responding
Group
here.
Kappa. Engage enemy forces.
Damn
Advance
pirates.
already sent reinforcements.
How dare they?
Should arrive shortly. K2, attacking craft, dead ahead.
Another bandit down.
Got him.
Oh, these are just Z95s. That's not gonna be much of a threat.
Another bandit down. 55.
It's not like we didn't tell them that they would be destroyed.
Another bandit down. Got him.
It's going to be a great test bed here for those new TIE Defenders.
To worry about.
Whoa.
To see them in action.
I'm having trouble over here. Another bandit down.
Got him.
Well, lucky us. We arrived just at the right time. The right place at the right time.
This is 7. I've got a starship firing at me.
Enemy starfighters wiped out. They barely lasted a minute.
55. I've got a starship firing at me.
Looks like that got their attention. Enemy corvettes are moving to try and screen the destroyer. Take them out first.
This is 6. I've got a starship firing at me.
Oh, I see. It's the Acquaintance here. There's an Acquaintance class frigate that has been disabled. And this starship here is like the Venator. My god, it's a Venator destroyer from the Clone Wars. That's so cool. So it's actually belonging to the pirates. I thought that the Venator belonged to us.
Have arrived. Enemy destroyer is
Oh, it has gone already. Well, looks like we have saved that Aquitans class destroyer. Great.
Proceed on to the Omar system. That's enough excitement for one day, I think.
Thanks for the rescue, guys. We managed to resist their boarding attempt for the most part, but they still took some materials and captured a couple of crew members. Someone called Ali Tarek was leading the attack. I think they were after information about the TIE Advanced.
Unacceptable. What a bold move here from that Ali Tarek. Look at that beautiful Imperial fleet here. A beautiful ship here, that Ecliptic Star Frigate for sure. Alright, going to the Omar system right now. And that's pretty much it here. Quite a lot of Imperial Star Destroyers.
Damn, look at the size of that fleet. Picking up dozens of TIE Advanced on sensors. It's like a second empire out here.
This is overprime. TIE Defender Group Kappa and TIE Advanced Group Delta. Welcome. Please proceed to dock your craft in our hangar. We will then begin retrofitting your craft immediately with the new beam weapons.
We will do just that. Yeah, 2 Imperial Star Destroyers, at least 4 frigates, 6 Korean corvettes, there's a Victory Star Destroyer, 2 strike cruisers, a couple of Arquitans. Is that an interdictor as well? Yes, it is. Plus quite a lot of escort carriers. Indeed, a big fleet for sure. I am in awe here. Look at those beautiful lightning effects. It is looking so realistic. Oh, it's so beautiful. This game is looking so fantastic with the X-Wing, so great. Everyone who loves X-Wing should get this. Anyway, cutscene.
Excellent. Begin arming my fighter squadrons at once.
Yes, sir.
I like how he said my fighter squadrons. Why did he say that? Well, you will find out in the next battle. Battle 7, which is going to be the next video. I'm going to leave you guys here with this little ceremony and
I am close to capturing
the Medal of Destiny.
Excellent, Lord Vader. Harkov's fleet must not fall in rebel hands. Be on guard. The Secret Order has alerted me of danger.
I will keep you informed of my progress.
Rely on the members of the Secret Order to carry out your mission. They have proved most valuable.
Good work. You safely arrived at the Omar system along with the TIE Defenders. What was unexpected was how these pirates managed to engage and disable one of our ships carrying vital personnel. Our scans showed the pirate flagship belongs to a faction called the Nami, led by Ali Tarek. The Nami used to reside in the Galactic Core, but were driven to the Outer Rim during the Clone Wars, and have since been forgotten. This may explain their use of a Clone War-era Star Destroyer. It seems they now mostly live as a nomadic tribe, rather than on any single planet. This bold attempt to capture personnel and materials related to the TIE Advance project is a cause of grave concern. We cannot have pirates flying around with access to such advanced technology. Intelligence has been tasked with tracking this group down, so they present no further threat to us in the future.
Admiral Zorin has been making sure production of the TIE Advance reaches its full potential. Dozens of squadrons of these vastly superior starfighters are now making
Yes,
their way
we are
into
going
the
to
Imperial
eradicate
fleet.
them in the next
However,
mission,
he
which is
seems
going
to
to
be
be in the next
inappropriately
video.
outfitting
Thank
many
you
of
so
the
much for
ships under
watching,
his
guys.
command
Let's watch this
first to the
cutscene, and
fighters,
we'll
rather
be
than
finishing this
deploying them
video
where
right
they
after.
may
Have a
be
great
needed the
day.
most.
Cheers.
Along with the unusually large convoys he has been recently receiving, we are concerned he may be overstepping his authority. We will have to keep a closer eye on him in the future. For now, as soon as your squadron has been upgraded with the new tractor beam system, you're being reassigned to the modified frigate Osprey, as we have finally located the Victory Star Destroyer Protector and her remaining escorts.
This video is brought to you by the people who support this channel on Patreon and via the join button as well. Supporters of the channel get access to lots of cool perks such as access to my private Discord, your question answered in the show, you get to know when I'm going to play, and also you get to have a chance to influence the editorial line of the channel. Any help is appreciated, starts at just $1 a month. Thank you very much for watching. This is The Eradicator, and I'll see you guys later.